Fat While You Sleep has already passed 21 million views on TikTok. Want to see how simple it is to make? I'll show you right now. Honestly, I don't want to sound rude, but I'm done repeating this pink salt trick. This is the last time I'm sharing it here. The truth is, if you've been using salt and ice once a week and still haven't lost inches off your waist, you're doing it wrong. And I say that because just this morning, I looked at the exact spot where I keep my pink salt recipe, the one that melts fat effortlessly. Some of my followers even call it the natural Zech. And honestly, I had to stop and let it sink in. I never thought I'd go from size extra large to size medium in just 1 month. The billion-dollar weight loss pen industry tried to shut me up, but I'm going to share the recipe that mimics the effects of Manjaro and Zepbound without the harsh side effects. If this video found you, congratulations. You got lucky. Tap anywhere it says learn more to get the full recipe and make it at home. When I first started, my husband begged me to stop after I dropped 6 pant sizes using just this trick. But the truth is, I was desperate and fed up with all the lies, online banana teas, overpriced pens, insane diets. So I gave this viral pink salt recipe a try. And the only reason I had to stop, I was literally disappearing inside my clothes. My jeans started falling off, my face looked slimmer, and that end of day swelling in my legs gone. Within a few weeks, I had to replace my entire wardrobe. Nothing fit anymore. To give you an idea, just last week I was still wearing size L, and today I bought my first pair of size M jeans since my 20s. 1 cup a day was all it took to switch on a fat-burning mode that's 50 times more powerful than anything the weight loss industry offers. No restrictive diets, no exhausting workouts, and no wasting $2,000 on injections. Sounds crazy, right? I thought so too, until I saw confirmation from Harvard and Johns Hopkins. They proved this recipe is 13 times more effective than both Manjaro and Zepbound combined because it works naturally, safely with no side effects, and tackles fat at the root. Need proof? Even runway models and South Korean actresses are secretly using this trick to slim down their face, legs, even their arms. I found this pink salt trick in a 30-second video. Just a few days later, my friends were stunned. No one could believe I was the same woman. And how do I know all this? Because I went through postpartum weight, the flabby arms, the stubborn belly too. But now my husband looks at me the same way he did when we first fell in love. And my friends won't stop asking me what my secret is. The best part, I found the original recipe from the woman who created it, and she walks you through everything step by step. Last month, I paid $23 to watch her presentation, but you're lucky. You can start feeling your pants loosen today for free. I left her video on the button below. Watch it and make the recipe tomorrow morning. If, and only if, you really want to say goodbye to those extra inches on your legs, arms, and neck without choking down broccoli every day or spending hours on a treadmill. Tap the button below and watch the free video. Oh, and in the video, she also reveals 2 healthy green foods that are actually destroying your metabolism and making you gain weight while you sleep. Not to mention 4 forgotten ingredients sitting in the back of your fridge that, when combined the right way, launch your metabolism like a SpaceX rocket in less than 48 hours. I've tried everything: keto diets, gym routines, weight loss pens, and after 5 years stuck on that hamster wheel, just a few weeks drinking this pink salt recipe was all I needed to finally love myself again. Fair warning, a 56-year-old woman from California overdid it and had to stop because she literally ran out of clothes that fit. And yes, she was still eating pizza and drinking hot chocolate every day. This is the secret to stepping into 2025 with the kind of body that turns heads and makes other women jealous. But since the website is getting flooded with visitors right now, it could crash. So if it loads for you, don't miss your chance, especially if you want to get rid of those extra inches on your arms, legs, and belly without living on salad or feeling judged at the gym. I'm telling you this because this recipe is what finally let me wear a tight dress without worrying about my stomach showing. I could wear what I wanted, not just what fit. So click the button below to watch the recipe and get ready to clean out your closet because your current clothes are about to get way too big, and get ready for the compliments. Ready for this? Then click now and thank me later.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American.
Why did no one
Family
tell
Insurance
Wisconsin
Studio
drivers
at the
about this
Avenue,
new rule?
and I'm
If you are
here for
currently
the
insured,
action and
drive less than
but
50
that
miles a
action.
day, and live in a
And I
qualified zip
want
code,
all
you can get
the
an extremely
smoke.
high
Who
discount.
wants the smoke
Additionally,
today?
if you have
Salute.
no tickets, I mean, if you
To
have
all my
not
brothers and
received the
sisters on the
ticket in
front
3 years,
lines.
you could get even more discounts. But do you think your auto insurance company will tell you that? I don't think so. Now listen to this. When Miranda, a good friend of mine, entered her zip code at comparisons.org, she was shocked. She found out her local insurance agent was ripping her off. Yes, literally, ripping her off. She actually managed to reduce her insurance premium.
So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me see who we got in the chat already. You know, the chat gets started early. S.E. Josh is in the chat. Minister Kevin in the chat. Salute, Minister Kevin. And Not Really a City Girl in the chat already. Salute to everybody that's joining the show out there in Radio Land. Hey, look, we gonna start off right off the top. We got Zainab Ali in the studio. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, and there's an event coming up that's discussing the war on the black family.
Yes.
And she's here to discuss this gathering that's supposed to take place this Saturday.
Yeah.
What's happening in?
So we're going to have a panel discussion this Saturday called The War on the Black Family. This is a part 2 of a panel discussion that I held back in 2020, literally like a week or two before the pandemic at UWM, which had a great turnout from the community. It was part of our special for the UWM Black History Month program. And so this is like a part 2. The audience wanted another, series of this to happen. And so I never announced like when I was gonna bring it back, but this just happened to be like a perfect timing to do that, as I was focused more on school after that. Pandemic happened. A lot of people were going through a lot of mental health crisis, and so this was the perfect timing. And honestly, the idea of the event just came about because I see a lot of the things that's going on in our community. And I don't know, I just got tired of like the narrative that we have towards each other as Black people, and also like just how the media portrays us as a Black, community on the mainstream media or social media, what have you. And so I wanted to do an event just addressing that. So it's called The War on the Black Family, but it's really focused on the negative stereotypes about Black men. And the reason why it's called The War on the Black Family is without a man in the picture in a family who's who is portrayed in a negative light, then that's kind of a destruction for the entire family, because the men is the foundation of a family. And so that's why it's called The War on the Black Family.
And when we talk about the Black family, and we talk about 2025, where is the Black family right now? What is the most disturbing thing that you're seeing right now that is attacking the family today?
I feel like we're divided, and the reason why we're holding this event is I want to remind us as a community, why this is happening. I mean, this was like orchestrated, by the power structure. And so I want our community to realize that and not fall for, the powers that be that's, trying to destroy us as a community. Going back to history, and because it really honestly started during slavery. And so it just seems like that same idea is being perpetuated again. So
this gathering is just to make sure that we are up on everything that we feel that is causing the Black family to be divided?
Yes, but it's also like we're talking about the implications of some of the things that we're seeing in our family. So we're talking about father absences and just the implications of that. And it's also solution based as well. So our guest is going to talk about some of the things that we can do right now to change the narrative about our people as a whole.
And you see a lot of the ideas where a lot of women saying that they're independent.
Oh, yeah, we're going to address that.
And when I talk about somebody claiming to be independent, it bothers me because that's a declaration of freedom from something.
Exactly.
When you say that you're independent. So I don't mind the strong and all the other stuff. It's just that when they go into the independence, to me, that's a war against me.
It is.
To say that I'm independent, meaning I'm free from my masculine energy, and sometimes women will take on a masculine energy to lead their family.
Exactly. So exactly, we're going to be covering that too, because I see the feminist movement has definitely, taken over our community, and I personally don't, describe myself as a feminist because it's just not good. It kind of like eradicates the family structure because we all need each other. Like you need the man and the woman to work together to better our community. So if we're not united, we're just going to keep seeing the same issues that we have going on right now, like, the violence in our community and just a lack of education and not seeing how we're more powerful when we are together and united.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, it seems like the male is going one way.
Yep.
The female is going another way. And then the kids, they scaring everybody away.
Right. They're also lost. Yeah.
Right.
There's no sense of direction. Like I said, the mother has to be there to nurture, and then the father is there to, to protect and provide. So we need both. So you can't have the woman, being the protector, provider.
But what about the women that say, hey, I raised my kids by myself?
It's honestly, that's just unhealthy. And, it takes a village, like we say in the African proverb. We need both in order to grow and raise a healthy child. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're also talking about mental health, like the things that's going on with our men mentally. And I don't know if you heard, but there's a taboo that our men don't really like, going to the doctors.
Right.
And so we're going to talk about that. Because there's a lot of, not a lot, but like there's certain health issues that it's known to occur with men in general. And so they need to realize that and go see the doctor, monthly, at least once a month. But yeah, we're going to talk about the importance of that and also the hip hop and the entertainment industry, how that can like negatively influence us. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of great topics.
Well, I appreciate you for putting this together. And where is this going to be?
This is going to be at the Mohammed Mosque number 3. So most of Milwaukee knows of their old location in Teutonia, but their new location is at 925 West Burleigh Street. So that's where we will all be congregating. Yeah, and so it's going to start at 2 p.m. and then it's going to end at 5 p.m. It's going to be a Q&A, so an opportunity for people to ask questions or just kind of state something that they found profound during the conversation. But yeah, it is solution-based community gathering, so it's not us just talking about negative.
What the problems is, you're going to talk about some of the solutions.
Yes, actually, some of the questions I asked, they're not all like, problem-based.
Right.
So there's going to be an opportunity for panelists to like give us some tips on, certain parts of the themes that we discussed.
That's sounding powerful.
Yes. So yeah, be there. You don't want to miss it. Yeah, we're we're gonna have a great time.
Well, look, I can't wait to hear, some of the solutions.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the thing is, I was talking to Elizabeth Brown the other day, and we was talking about just the dynamics of the masculine and the feminine energy and how it seems like it's being marketed to cross, that the woman can do the man thing and the man thing can do the woman thing. And it's just a huge hodgepodge now of I can do and be and act, outside of my natural order.
Yes. And I honestly don't subscribe to that because I truly believe that we need to be joined together in order to accomplish, the goals that we have for our community. So,
Zainab Ali in studio. There's an event, the War on the Black Family, coming up this Saturday. Can you give everybody the information one more time before we run the break?
Yes, so the location is Muhammad Mosque number 3 at 925 West Burleigh Street, and the event will begin at 2 p.m. Please be on time. You don't want to miss the intro because I will be giving a short speech, which pretty much will sum up what the conversation will be about. And yeah, I think it'll be a powerful piece. And so I don't want you guys to miss that. And it will be filmed, so if you just can't make it, it will be, the whole event will be filmed and posted on social media and YouTube. But I really would like for the community to come out so that, we can all, hear what our esteemed panelists will say. And we also want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys think is, the things that's going well in our community and the things that are not. So this is it's a way for our community, for us to hear from our community. So please come out.
Well, thank you for coming through.
Definitely.
Hopefully it's a powerful conversation and that we can get some actual outcomes. Because we see it. We all see it.
Yeah.
But then what are some of the things to get through it?
Yes, for sure. I'm very optimistic that this will be a great event for us to just, come together and just have a deep family conversation.
Well, thank you. And when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. We're going to go over to Minnesota where there was a school shooting. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you?
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Fall in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Double up 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies. I just I ain't telling no lies. I just
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got a shooting. 2 lives lost, 17 people injured. When I saw this story, I just say, here we go. You know, this is the beginning. We just had a show talking about the beginning of school. Now we have 2 children killed, 17 people injured in a Minneapolis Catholic school shooting. This is one of those things where you dread to hear, especially when school's starting back up. They say that 2 children were killed, 17 people were injured when a shooter opened fire during a mass at a Catholic school in Minneapolis during the first week of class. We got some video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Welcome back to Outnumbered as we mourn the 2 young lives of those children that were shot, an 8 and a 10-year-old this morning at Annunciation Roman Catholic Church. They were in Mass celebrating and worshiping their first day back at school. And Rachel, our hearts just go out to them.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I have children who go to a parochial Catholic school. What you think about is the school's locked. The church is open. The kids go to Mass. This person absolutely knew that they were the softest of targets. I can't stop thinking about what we were talking about earlier. How do we stop this? Obviously, we have a mental health crisis in this country. We need to deal with it. Seriously, a lot of confusion among kids, a lot of mental health, but also the very practical idea of getting retired police officers, retired, military, our veterans. There are many of them that would pass a background check. And I know if we can get volunteers to do crosswalks in our schools, we can get volunteers to be outside of our schools, outside of our churches, outside of these soft targets to protect our most innocents. I know I would feel better if that was happening. And we have a president who likes to do nationwide campaigns. Let's get our sheriffs on board to make this a nationwide campaign of utilizing the best of our citizens to protect our children.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Trey was saying of, looking at security measures and security personnel for some of these soft targets. Unfortunately, we've seen this before where very often if there's not a criminal past for some of these shooters, it's very hard to flag these individuals that would have prevented them from obtaining a weapon. Again, we don't know how this shooter obtained a weapon. But my heart is hurting because I'm so afraid that these children were targeted because of their faith. And, you just imagine the first day or the first week of school and even just putting yourself back when you were a student, when you were young, how excited you are to go to school. You're starting a new year. You're going to see your friends. It's just this really joyous time in your life, or even parents taking the pictures of their kids before they go off to school. It's such an exciting time. And then just to think that you have all these young children, kindergarten to 8th grade, congregated in one place for Mass, praying before their God, praying for their faith. And this individual, the shooter, knowing that all these children are there, easy, soft targets with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. How evil do you have to be to go out with those three weapons determined to inflict this kind of pain. So praying for the individuals still fighting for their life and just praying for the entire community affected.
Hey,
Trey, your final thoughts on this?
like I said, this is why when I did the back to school recently, Monday, we did the back to school, because this is what we got to pray against. This is what we got to fight against. Many times we don't, understand why it's so important for us to get on one accord when it comes to our loved ones, family members, community, because tragedy can strike at any time. And my condolences go out to everybody that's suffering from this evil act. Somebody out here plotting on innocent lives. And this is why I say, when I look at these mass shootings, and you would think that with all the mass shootings that go on, that where schools would have at least some type of metal detector idea, or, when you talk about these mass shootings, we've had enough to where now they should automatically have just people just in the front of these schools. I remember when I was coming up and they had us walking through metal detectors at North Division because people was having guns in the locker. They were coming to find the guns in people's locker. People were bringing guns to school, and they had the metal detectors up. And now we have conversations of having even police walking through a lot of these public school systems. And, there's a huge debate that's about safety. But why isn't this the conversation in the suburban schools? They the ones that, when you look up, they have these type of mass shootings, what they call soft targets, these young kids. Why don't they have metal detectors and officers walking around at least the front to deter anybody, or have some type of safety idea in the front so nobody can just come through the front door shooting? I never understood why they go back to normal. They'll have this situation. They'll have this situation and they'll talk about it for a couple days, and then they just go back to no security at the front door. Then we go back and talk about Sandy Hook and all of these other different shootings that took place. Okay, we got a lot of references that say y'all may need some type of security person standing at the front door. I heard the commentator talk about mental health. Okay, notice how when somebody, when it happens in the suburb communities, it's all about mental health. Okay? Listen to the code words that go out there. They'll never say, well, she did say he was evil. This was an evil act. But what I'm saying is it's pure evil when you're plotting on innocent life. That's pure evil. That's diabolical. And we have so many different situations to add up to say, okay, well, maybe in some of these schools in the majority of these schools where these shootings are taking place, why don't we have, even if it's not a police officer, some type of security measures, especially when you have children and people gathering? Why don't they up the security in some of these school districts that's facing a lot of these mass shootings, or to prevent or to deter a lot of these mass shootings? It's the same thing. Every time we see these stories, then it's another vulnerable school where somebody can come in and shoot these kids and shoot a lot of people. You would think by this time, all of these years, that they would have at least a soft security at the front. Maybe somebody that works for a security company, and they can kind of deter anybody from actually walking around the school, or they can pick up on things coming through the parking lot. You would think that they would have these measures in place after all these years. That's all I'm saying. But once again, we have a mass shooting in Minneapolis, Catholic school, during mass. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. My heart goes out to everybody that's negatively affected by the situation. I just don't understand why at this point a lot of these schools just don't have just a guy with a security on his shirt that can hold, something at the front door, even if you don't want to understaff the police or overwhelm the police, have a little security at the front to deter anybody that think that they're just going to have a way to just come in and without any resistance. That should be just standard now for schools, especially in the suburbs, especially in the areas where these people just walking in and just harming innocent life, innocent kids. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You hit the library. Shh, hard. And keep your eyes on the prize. Also, one day you can earn that bachelor's. Finishing what you start where you want, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where smart programs prep you for next-level challenges. Earning your bachelor's can start right away. And graduation is just the beginning. Here's to an education that takes you farther. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
You ever notice how the phrase 9 to 5 sounds just so old school? That's because in 2025, the 9 to 5 is as outdated as a rotary phone. Let's be real. The world has changed, and the way we work has changed with it. The gig economy is booming. Folks are making money on their own terms, driving Ubers, delivering DoorDash, freelancing, and side hustling their way to the bag. And then there's the work-from-home revolution. People are clocking in from their kitchen tables, their favorite coffee shops, or even the beach. Laptops open, pajamas on, productivity up. The virtual office is now the new corner office, and the only commute is from the bed to the desk. Let's not forget about the digital nomads, those bold souls who turn the world into their workplace. They're sending emails from Bali, closing deals in Barcelona, and living life on their own schedule. No time clock, no cubicle, just Wi-Fi and a dream. And 21st century entrepreneurship, well, it's a whole new game. You can launch a business from your phone, build a brand on Instagram, and make more in a week than some folks do in a month without even punching a clock. So who's still working that old 9 to 5 job? People who are resistant to change or maybe just can't adapt. The future belongs to the flexible, the creative, the hustlers who know how to make technology work for them. The 9 to 5, well, that's a museum piece. The real action is happening outside the box, where freedom and opportunity are just a click away.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers win their second game against the Diamondbacks on Tuesday, winning a close 9-8 walk-off.
And Isaac, a fly ball deep right. This is going to be deep enough. Carroll back, makes the catch, tagging is Lockridge. Here's the throw. Lockridge scores standing up, and the Brewers have walked off the Diamondbacks.
The Crew now sits at 83-50, 6.5 game lead in the NL Central. In Madison, the Badgers kick off Labor Day weekend with football and volleyball. Badger football is against Miami of Ohio on Thursday at 8 p.m., while Badger volleyball is against number 14 Kansas on Friday evening. The Packers' 53-man roster is now set after cuts were made on Tuesday. Their first game against the Lions is on September 7th. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got DJ Ricky Allenz in the studio for the Pop Culture Report.
Tory Lowe 104, what it do, man?
Ricky.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Filling in for the homie GP, Glenn, you know, he's sick and stuff, so.
That's right.
I said, hey, Tory, I got you.
That's what's up. That's fine. But, you know, it's a lot of things that I seen going on in the pop culture world, but this Snoop Dogg thing.
Let's talk about
They saying they trying to cancel Snoop Dogg again.
You can't cancel the OG.
First, they tried to cancel him for performing at Trump's inauguration event.
I remember that.
They was trying to cancel him. But he was the one that said he was going to cancel anybody that did it, and he ended up doing it.
Doubling down, yeah.
Right. So he survived that, I guess.
Not survive.
Well, he did survive because people was trying to.
Snoop survived a lot of things.
Right. And murder was the case. But now they're saying that Snoop is back in the hot seat. What's going on?
So apparently, we gonna take a deep dive into this. So he took one of his grandsons to the movies. By the way, Snoop got a lot of grandkids, believe it or not.
That's powerful.
He got a lot. And he took one of his grandsons to the movies and to see a Toy Story spinoff called Lightyear. And apparently it was a same-sex marriage in the movie. So according to what I've read, his grandson said, Papa Snoop, how does she have a baby with another woman? And Snoop said he was taken aback that he didn't have the answer. Like, I didn't bring my grandson to the movies to discuss this. Like, we came to see a kids movie. He doesn't support same-sex marriage, and do they gotta learn this at a young age? He don't have no problem with gay couples, but do it have to be pushed on to kids at a very early age? Which I totally agree.
I think a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to gender, sex, sexual preferences and ideas like that, a lot of people would agree that shouldn't even be pushed on the kids.
Yeah.
But for the simple fact that you have this culture now that's trying to introduce kids to these gender ideas and these different ways of lifestyles, these kids just want to read, write, math, science, biology. You know, it seems like now it's like this gender thing is starting to dominate in the movies and things like that. And I don't want my kids seeing that stuff.
Yeah, for me,
I don't.
For me, it started with the TV show called Empire on Fox. I don't know if anybody watched it or heard of it,
right?
But that's when it started for me, and it was all good until I'm like, wait a minute, is he gay?
Right.
And you know, then they start escalating it into like movies and cartoons. And the first cartoon that I seen, because my son was watching it one day, it's called The Loud House, and The Loud House, and The Loud House. And as I'm watching it, it's two fathers that are homosexual. And I'm like, wait, what? And it just...
In the cartoon?
Yes. And my whole thing is I have no problem with the gay community.
I don't think nobody has a problem with this.
But it becomes a problem because I don't want my son to know about these things at an early age.
And I think that some people from the gay community would agree with that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, kids are innocent, and you want them to grow and develop. And many times when you add the ideas of crossing gender ideas, it throws a scratch in the record for us as parents, because now we got to explain what is this. And then depending on your belief system and depending on how you are trying to discipline your children, now you got to have these conversations in areas where you used to didn't have the conversation. And that's with the cartoons, that's with the children, with the kid movies and things like that. A lot of people just have totally shut those ideas off. Like now there's targeting certain ideas. They're even going back to the old cartoons with the streaming services. Now that you have a lot of streaming services, now people are just allowing their kids to watch a lot of the old cartoons that didn't have a lot of that in there. And I think the Real World with MTV started pushing a lot of that too.
Yeah. And it kind of goes back to even SpongeBob. People don't know SpongeBob is a boy or a girl or a gay boy.
Right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Look
So
at
it's a lot of
Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street.
Okay, I know that one.
Well, I heard, now it's a lot of these ideas coming out saying that this was LGBTQ type characters, So, like, I think Spider-Man had got caught up in the conversation a little bit.
Not Spider-Man.
I don't know. But what I'm saying is, here we go. I say anybody that's messing with innocent lives, trying to corrupt or trying to plant seeds of things in innocent children, I got to raise an eyebrow about that because these kids are they just need to, and the parents need to have more control over that, what they're teaching their children.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be disrespected. And I think that they should, if the cartoon has this type of behavior in it, they should come up with a rating for that.
Yeah. And let people know at the beginning of episodes or movies where this episode contains da-da-da-da-da, beware of children. You know how they put the liners and stuff like that in front of, like, when they talking about suicides and mental health, and there's going to be a lot of lights and it might cause seizures and stuff like that. So I think they should put a banner up for that because some parents don't agree with that. I'm one of the parents that definitely don't agree with it. Once again, I don't have a problem with the gay community. I work with gay people. I'm sorry, this fly is killing me, man. I work with gay people in the nightlife community, nightlife and entertainment community that are some of the greatest people in the world. They're great to work with. But like I said, I don't want to explain or have my son confused as what's right and what's wrong morally.
Well, I'll say this, it depends on, there's a lot of different belief systems out here. But cartoons used to be just kind of zany, kind of fun. It was kind of neutral.
Now it's becoming too serious.
Now it's becoming weaponized.
Yeah.
To push certain agendas and ideas and lifestyles. And I don't agree with that. And I remember when we was coming up watching the soap opera, you never seen them get intimate. They used to unbutton their shirt, when you come back from commercial, they just button the top button. And then you was like, when they went to break, they kind of hugged. And when they came back, they was buttoning up the top button. And now that they got full-blown heterosexual sex scenes now. They got full-blown male-on-male, women-on-women sex scenes.
TV is just sex.
Yeah, it's just hypersexualized. And when it comes to kids programming, at this point, it's starting to creep into or has already creeped into the youth. And now you got the kids catching this type of wave early. And I don't agree with it.
And it's like, even, when I was watching the Power series, I'm like, there go another sex scene. You know what I'm saying? It's like even with the straight scenes, it's like, it just, TV and movies just became over sexualized, and it's just like you said, as a weapon. It's just like, this sex ain't. If I want to watch some sex, I just cut on some porn. Like I'm watching the plot here.
Right.
Like every episode of Power involves sex, and it's just like, damn. Like is it what TV and movies done come down to?
Well, I think that now they're pushing a low frequency when it comes to relationships, and then the drama. A lot of the programming is surrounded by organized crime. A lot of those programs now are organized crime ideas. And so you're seeing the change, the shift from where in music they had the, gangster, the, hoe culture, the pimp culture. Now in the shows now, it's starting to be what the music used to be. Now the shows are starting to take on that montage.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It's now it's murder, kill, sex, hypersexuality, a lot of mixed love scenes, male on male, female on female, man and woman, and then those scenes are usually cheating scenes or where people got somebody but they mess with somebody else, more intense, more kind of like what they say taboo type scenes, and the more taboo the better.
Yeah,
that's the ratings.
Yeah. It's unfortunate though. It's unfortunate. I don't want to see all that.
Well, like I said, we living in times where now Snoop Dogg spoke out about it, and since he's a big influencer on the culture, and this is a guy that pushed a lot of that. Now he don't want his grandkids seeing it. Yeah. Okay. He was out there holding. Wait a minute. He was out there doing Girls Gone Wild for a minute.
I forgot about
so
that.
he was
with the Jerry beads.
I'm trying to tell you, he was out there pushing that. Had the girls, the young girls under 18 or whatever they was, out there, Girls Gone Wild. So now he older, and now he's seeing his grandkids being introduced to ideas that he don't agree with. But a lot of people disagree with Snoop when he was pushing Girls Gone Wild.
2000s was a time to be alive. It was a good, the early 2000s was a good time.
Oh, so you was with it. So what
do you mean by that?
Yeah. Now the truth coming out.
I was a kid, but I'm just saying, like, the culture, the music, the fashion, the 2000s was just new to everything. Even with the bedazzled bandanas and
the grills,
the throwback jerseys, the pop, the top four, like everything was just so new, brand new, and just eye opening. So it's like the 2000s was a time to be alive for a kid, as a teen, as a young adult, as an older adult. But and it was just the beginning of a new mecca when it comes to like DVDs. So like the Girls Gone Wild DVDs, like
You had all of them.
I never had one, but if I had the chance to, I probably would have bought one. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: they ran all the infomercials late at night too. So
yeah, I was one of them kids that was up. Yep,
all I'm saying is, okay, so now it's at a point where, just do away with it. Let's hit it may be time to hit a reset on a lot of things, because a lot of things that went so far. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay tapped in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not, and they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're gonna switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
Adamant about the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hold up, man. I'm moving and grooving. Call me Dro Spitely. I'm shooting a movie. My wrist so icy. This ain't no illusion. Diamonds in the bright link, causing no confusion. Stop, hold up, your man choosing. She asked me my religion. I told her some truth. She tried me for the. I showed her some blue. She ain't tricking if you got it, but this ain't no news.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report, and DJ Ricky Allenz in studio. Ricky Allenz, they said that it's a new engagement out here in the pop culture streets.
Unfortunately. Because it's like I don't know. Me personally, I don't care about it because I'm tired of hearing about Taylor Swift, but unfortunately, everybody else cares. I don't get that. Why do people care so much about celebrities' lives?
I don't know, because they listening to their music,
yeah,
and then they feel like they're a part of their lives because sometimes they'll catch a frequency with the music, and she has one of those. I don't know if her following is as big as Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
But
be careful with that Beyonce word now.
But what I'm saying is she has one of those cult followings as well.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started introducing her to the NFL the last couple seasons with the Travis Kelce relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But now I guess they're getting engaged.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? I thought Taylor Swift was like in her 20s. She knocking on 40. She almost there.
She one of those.
Damn. She like mid 30s.
She one of those people that's ageless almost until. Yeah. Well, she looks. You know,
she looks good though.
It's a good look for her. Like I didn't know if they was gonna make it because it was always on the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how much money that they got together as a couple from being in that kind of spotlight and having that kind of story and getting all those different type of endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you talk about power couple. This is like the white version of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Ooh,
I'm talking about because he's a football player. He's a winning championship style football player, and then she's a huge R&B. Well, I don't even know if you call this R&B.
No, hell no.
You call this like pop.
Yeah, this is pop, but I will say, because. Believe it or not, Jay-Z is a very powerful mogul.
But who?
Travis ain't there yet.
No, Travis is. He's on another level.
Player.
No, what I'm saying is he is on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's won several titles.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to make it a dynasty, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is him and Taylor Swift together, they go around their communities and they that's like suburban royalty right there.
Yeah, I can see where you're going as far as that. Saying. Yeah, and it's like Taylor Swift. Like, ask yourself, do she make a good housewife?
We don't know.
Well, that's not the proper term in 2025. Now it's called homemaker.
Right.
So let me backtrack and say, does she look like she make a good homemaker?
It looked like they if they can make it to this point and get engaged, I'm shocked that they even got this far.
I don't think she can cook.
She got a lot of money. She can have chefs.
Nah.
So if you met a woman that made millions and millions and millions of dollars, and she got y'all household got their own personal chef, because she got to write some of this money off anyway. Okay, so you got your own personal chef. You would have a problem with that.
If I'm getting married, I'm getting married for multiple reasons. One is for the cooking. If they last like how they supposed to last, she gonna have kids and grandkids. So you telling me you just gonna have a personal chef your whole life? Like, no.
I bet you wouldn't say nothing. I bet you be eating that food like, what we eating for dinner
Don't
tonight?
get me wrong. I love a good seared steak. You know what I'm saying? A little charcoal on the top and a little pink in the middle. Don't get me wrong.
But you would want her to cook every now and then.
I'm going to want some catfish, you know what I'm saying, some spaghetti, not cooked by a professional chef. I want some home cooked spaghetti and catfish, if you know what I mean.
What if she go get the soul food person to cook it?
No, because your heart ain't in it. I want it from my wife.
Okay, I got you.
See, one thing I learned about a woman.
Literally.
One thing I learned about a woman cooks food with love. And I was told I cooked my food.
We all did that.
I was told I cooked my food without love, so it don't come out right. So now that I take my time, be patient, and cook with love, my food is a bomb now. So, in other words, I need some of that love, big baby. I don't want the personal chef love. That's too easy. Show me what you can do.
She love you enough to get a personal chef in there so you don't catch the diabetes. She got the food trimmed out right.
But also,
he got the regimen for you. You eating. You ain't gonna make the food according to what that's gonna help you healthy. Keep you healthy. If you get a chef in there, he can have the plan.
Then I might as well, at this point, I might as well marry the chef. At this point,
so anybody that feeds you good, you gonna marry him?
It ain't my wife. My wife got somebody. She paying somebody else to do her job.
Oh wow!
And I'm not necessarily
she did
saying
her
it's
job
her
by
job.
paying somebody to do it.
I can do that. They both millionaires.
Oh wow!
I'm just saying, Tory. Like, I didn't marry you for the money. I got my own money. I married you for the unconditional love and support. I want to build. I want to build.
You want the traditional wife?
Yes, I want a foundation built. I don't personal chef. I can do that myself, big baby. What do you bring to the table?
The chef. I'm just playing.
I get what you're saying, though. I see your point of view.
All right, Rick. Thank you, DJ Ricky Allenz, for coming through with the Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation, stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
This may be another Elon Musk bureaucratic shuffle, or this may be whatever it is. These, Dr. Ken, are real consequences.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I believe that there's going to be a step back and a rollback to some of those places that we're talking about making cuts because of the drastic outcome that can occur.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Dollar Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and like listen. I just want someone to yap to, and I just feel like I'll be fine. Like if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job, and I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it, and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. The man who faked his own death in Green Lake last year will spend 89 days in jail. 45-year-old Ryan Borgart pled no contest to one misdemeanor count of obstructing an officer. The father of three plotted to fake his death while kayaking last August. He then fled the country to meet a woman in Eastern Europe. He voluntarily returned to Wisconsin after 89 days. Borgart will also repay $30,000 in costs incurred by law enforcement in his search. A community grocery store and cafe in Milwaukee's River West neighborhood may soon close for good. The River West Co-op has revealed plans to either close up shop or restructure in an email sent to members on Monday. Last year, the co-op received a $150,000 capital grant used to help reopen the adjacent cafe. A special membership meeting is planned for September 10th. The co-op will stay open ahead of that special meeting. Dismissing the lawsuit to stop the construction of Buc-ee's in Oak Creek. A Milwaukee County judge says Oak Creek Neighbors United submitted their lawsuit the same day that they also filed claim against the construction. So the judge said the double filings went against a state statute and ultimately dismissed the lawsuit. Oak Creek Neighbors United says it will refile a lawsuit against the city of Oak Creek. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope, yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about this because I didn't see the big deal, and then I caved in just like they did. I caved in, DJ Brother Z. I caved in because I need to talk about this. Cracker Barrel. Now, for those that's been following this story, Uncle Herschel is the image on the Cracker Barrel leaning up against the barrel, and I guess they took Uncle Herschel off they took him off. And I think they made a new logo, or they did make a new logo, and it was plain, and it just said Cracker Barrel. And so people got upset because they wanted the original logo. And now Cracker Barrel has caved in. They was losing I guess stock shares. People, the stocks had fell. Cracker Barrel stock fell over 10% after the logo change sparked outrage. They wanted Uncle Herschel, the figure. They wanted him back, and people started dumping their stocks, DJ Brother Z. But today, they said that Cracker Barrel is up almost back to 8%. They was down 10, they up 8% because they gave in to the public pressure and some comments made by President Donald Trump. But we got some video on this, some audio on this, if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Cracker Barrel pulling a 180. The company says it will revert to its old branding after online anger erupted over a slimmed down logo. Cracker Barrel revealed its new logo a little more than a week ago. It removed the depiction of an old man and a barrel and dropped the phrase Old Country Store. Shares of the company's stock fell 7% last Thursday as social media commenters described the new logo as generic. Some conservatives also said it took away from the classic American feel of the brand. You can see the stock is up in pre-market about 6.2% on the latest news. It's now essentially flat since the controversy began last week, a literal 180. I spent a lot of childhood meals at Cracker Barrel, so it is nostalgic. I get it, but it's an interesting push and pull with trying to modernize old brands in this environment.
It's going to get a lot of biz branding.
It's not as controversial
about
a U-turn as there has been of late.
What you mean, like American Eagle?
Yeah, it was almost like they went too boring and safe as opposed to being directly political.
Right. Well, that's kind of the environment we're in. I think that's what's so interesting about the story is that companies do one thing thinking it's good for marketing, good for branding, but people have a different take.
All right. Well, I'll say this. If I change my logo and I feel like this is the direction I want to go, everybody every so often will make changes. But I didn't know this was political, DJ Brother Z. Maybe because it got the word cracker in it. It's Cracker Barrel. Have you ever ate at Cracker Barrel, DJ Brother Z?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time when I was little with my dad and my stepmom.
Okay, so what's the food? Is it just home style food or?
I think so. I would always just get pancakes there.
So breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, we would go after church.
Okay, so did you feel any type of way about the logo change, DJ Brother Z?
Yeah, I hated it. It was dumb.
Oh, so you thought it was dumb?
Yeah, it was cheap. It was a cheap move.
Oh, so they was trying to save on cost of the logo or something. Because, like I said, this became extremely political. And Trump even chimed in on the situation, making it even more political. And so here we go. And a lot of people been talking about this. I really didn't see what the fuss was. But then you got the president of the United States chiming in on this brand and this logo change, and they getting all the free publicity from it. I mean, they saw that the people wanted the old Cracker Barrel, Uncle Herschel leaning up against the barrel, and now I think that the stock's made. I might have to get some stock in this. I hate that I didn't get in when they was down, because now I could have got in on the rise. But public pressure, this goes to show what public pressure can do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it gave me an ideal of something that I've been telling y'all, that if we all came together and we put public pressure on ideas that we really want, we would have it. Because these people caved under the scrutiny and the public pressure. So if we start saying, and this gives me an example of when the people come together and say something all together, this company even caved in under the pressure. But public pressure is powerful if this is what the people want. They had to switch up, even though they thought that this was where they was going with the future of the company. The public had a say over where they want to eat and how they want to eat and what place they want to eat at and what they had even input on what they wanted the logo to even be. They don't want the new logo. They want the old logo. I'm not going there. Over the logo. Food's still the same. But it's the idea.
It's the branding behind it.
Right. So they want the nostalgia. And so when you see things like this, I say every time in the city, if we really wanted something, we'll get it. Because the public pressure, they would have to cave to the public pressure. This got so much publicity that now this revitalized Cracker Barrel. I mean, now even more people going to start going to Cracker Barrel. Minister Kevin in the chat says they took away the cracker and the barrel, which made the white people consider them woke and got mad. Well, this happened to another brand that is famous amongst whites, the Bud Light. Remember, they went on strike against Bud Light because they thought Bud Light was getting too woke. So they know how to come together with that public pressure. And this should be a lesson for everybody that's out there listening, that if y'all come together and put the pressure, the public pressure on certain ideas that y'all don't like, they got to cave in. And this could be for anything that y'all feel that is not good or not forward thinking on the behalf of the people. So that's what I would say I would use that for. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't never been to Cracker Barrel. But if for them to stand up and say, hey, look, we don't want y'all to change the logo, and this company didn't have to listen to it, even got the President Donald Trump involved in it, not only did they get publicity, the people got what they want, and I think Cracker Barrel got enough publicity from them to get what they want. Their stocks is back up because they had to fall in line with the people. Would you have changed your logo? I want to know. 833-212-1017. Under the public pressure. If you had a logo and you changed it, would you have changed your logo? I'm going to throw that out there. Because I see that many companies have multiple logo ideas. Many companies have many huge conglomerates have several logos. This could have just been one of the logos. This could have been something, but nah. DJ Brothers, he's shaking his head and saying, nah.
Because no, it's
not getting away with
the way that they did it. You're taking an iconic logo. I mean, it was the same thing with like the whatever the Aunt Jemima pancakes thing was. It's like Uncle you're taking an iconic logo and changing it completely to the point where it's kind of unrecognizable. It's lazy and unoriginal. That'd be like all the NBA teams saying, all right, we have to save money on printing jerseys and everything, so everybody's just going to get a generic basketball with the city in the middle of the name. Like, where's the originality?
Oh, wow. You're right. I mean, and to tell you the truth, a lot of people have created memories. Sometimes you have your place where you go with your family and you create memories, and then when somebody goes to change it, you be like, hey, what are y'all doing? I think that many times when you look at things like this, you can, I just want to point out the power of the people. When the people want something, they get it. That's why I ask people, are you really truly tired and upset? That's it. Because if you're really truly tired, what they did with this Cracker Barrel logo, it can work in any space. Some people will look at it and make it political. Some people will look at it and say, okay, Cracker Barrel and make it racist or whatever. I look at it as, it don't matter what group of people, if they stand together and they put that public pressure on you, a lot of these companies gonna cave, a lot of these politicians gonna cave, a lot of these public ideas will cave in to public pressure. I understand what I'm saying. That's what I see. Well, all is well as that ends well on this, DJ Brother Z. Everybody got their logo back, and Cracker Barrel stocks is going up. I see somebody's Cracker Barrel settled a lawsuit in 2004 by agreeing to implement optional changes to prevent future discrimination though the company did not admit wrongdoing. Hey, I watched Martin Luther King and a lot of the civil rights movement try to sit in the front of the counters, and they didn't want them to be at the front of the counter. I'll never go somewhere where somebody don't want to serve me. How you know they ain't in the back, you know what I mean, finagling with the food. The minute I see a waitress with a bad attitude, I'm finna leave. I'm not finna sit nowhere or eat nowhere where they don't want me at. I wouldn't have did that counter stuff back in the day with the civil rights movement, getting hit in the head. I would have went down there where the brothers was selling the cake. That's a part of the civil rights movement that I never understood. Why would you go to a restaurant or a place where they don't want you to eat, first of all? Then you're going to sit there and wait for them to bring you the food. How do you know they didn't spit in it? Put pubic hairs in the food? You don't know what they done did to the food. Hey, so I wouldn't have did that part. I probably would have got water hose down with the fire truck and stuff like that. But I wouldn't have went in no restaurant and sat there and let somebody beat me up for some food that somebody didn't spit on. I wouldn't have did that. We got time to take a call, DJ Brother Z. Here we go. We got Eddie on the lines. Eddie.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, Brother Eddie?
Good day, Tory. How you doing today?
Hey, Eddie, they talking about your favorite restaurant, Cracker Barrel.
Tory, that's a stereotype.
What, Cracker Barrel?
Because I'm a cracker, I like Cracker Barrel. You know, it's true, but still, it's a stereotype. And it's absolutely true. And, Tory, I want to tell you, you can't use the C word. I can use it. Zach can use it half the time he wants to use it.
Oh, wow.
And have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel, Tory?
I've never been to Cracker Barrel. I've seen it. Cracker Barrel, yeah.
Marty, and I would like to take you and Zach, our treat to Cracker Barrel. If you've ever been to a Cracker Barrel, like on a Sunday after church, Tory, it looks like a scene out of American Eagle. It really does. It's like being inside an American Eagle on a Saturday afternoon. So it shouldn't scare you too much. It's nothing you haven't seen before.
Oh,
but
wow.
I love the Cracker Barrel, Tory. The food is great. It's inexpensive. You're sitting around a dining room that looks like an old 1870s farmhouse. It's got a fireplace roaring. The logs are roasting. The food's delicious. Tory, everybody loves the Cracker Barrel. Crackers love the Cracker Barrel.
So was you upset when they changed the sign?
I just thought it was foolish. These people spend, billions of dollars on marketing and advertising, and they blow it. They should have came to me at the paint store, said, Eddie, should we change the logo? I'd say, absolutely not. Give me some cash, okay? And that would have been it. Harley Davidson did that. You used to have a Harley Davidson logo, and then they took the lettering out, and now you just have this badge, and you're supposed to know that's Harley Davidson. A lot of people don't know it's Harley Davidson. And how much money did they spend trying to figure out these new logos? It just doesn't work. Here's my advice. I'm 60 years old. To anybody in business, anybody in life, anybody a little bit younger than me, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, okay? Everything was fine at the Cracker Barrel. Everything was fine at Harley Davidson. Everything was fine at Bud Light, right? If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Well, I was going to submit a change. I was going to submit my idea for the logo change. Just have.
Is this going to be offensive to me?
Have Eddie instead of the Uncle Herschel with the barrel, have you with a ladder on the side of the logo, climbing the ladder with a paintbrush.
I see, because I'm a cracker, Tory.
No, I'm just saying. No,
I'm a cracker?
I mean, why not? I mean, have Eddie up there with on the ladder, leaning up against the new logo with a paintbrush.
You know what? I'd probably get paid for that, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'd get some kind of like residual or monthly dividend or something.
A little royalty.
I say go to it, Tory. I say go to it,
It's too late now. It's over with. They went back to the original.
Just think about how much money they spent paying some marketing firm out of Atlanta or out of Houston or out of Los Angeles to reconfigure this logo, all for nothing, Tory.
Well, they
So
got a lot of publicity from it. They got the president to comment on it. They got a lot of the dollars that they would have spent for that kind of marketing. And also they came out with the stocks back up, and they came out with more people who probably wasn't, where Cracker Barrel may not have been a large topic. You can't pay for that kind of marketing.
I know, Tory. My people know what they're doing. We built America. We built Europe. We built the world.
Here we go.
Tory, I know I got to go. I'm painting the side of a house.
Somebody read their history
better,
book.
Tory. I got to go.
All right.
The weather's beautiful. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. And on that note, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Oh.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Still balling in the mix.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got to come back home right here to Milwaukee, Truth Nation. We got to talk about this. We've been following this story, Milwaukee prostitution ring. Travis Shawantis sentence. We've been following this story. A lot of people in high places was rounded up in this prostitution ring. Milwaukee County judge sentenced Travis Swantis in connection with a Milwaukee prostitution ring. He was sentenced to 45 years in jail. 45, not years, 45 days. 45 days, not years. I thought it was years because he should have went. I thought it should have been years. I'm shocked now that they say it was 45 days, DJ Brother Z. We got some audio on this from Fox 6 News. If you watch it as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Your Honor, being a public defender was the greatest honor of my life. And I failed so many people. I failed the women identified in the criminal complaint. I committed crimes by paying for sex, contrary to my oath to uphold the law. Similarly, with two former clients, I engaged in immoral, inappropriate, and improper sexual relationships while I was married. And while they saw me as their lawyer, person that they could come to, someone who would help them out with whatever current or future issues they had. I failed my ex-wife and her family by my immoral decisions, by not asking for their help, by being dishonest, and by causing them to reevaluate all the wonderful times we had. I failed the Wisconsin State Public Defender's Office. I failed my former clients. I failed my former colleagues. State Public Defender Bias was my first boss in Racine in 1998, and she's here today. I was a leader and a teacher in and outside that office. I was relied upon as a model. My choices have undoubtedly made their jobs, which are excruciatingly difficult anyway, much more difficult. Even defenders I don't know and have never met have been enormously affected by my actions.
Oh, wow.
And to all of them, I'm sorry.
All right. Is he done? I don't know if I could hear too much of this. He got his whole script going. Swantis is one of 6 men accused of soliciting prostitutes in Milwaukee. Those charged included former attorneys, a judge, a firefighter, a funeral director, and an investment banker. Now, all right, this is the shocking part, because I thought it was 45 years. He got 45 days. I mean, P. Diddy got more than this. Like, all right. Okay, so we got this sex ring going on in the city, and he only get 45 days? Come on now. I thought I was finna read 45 years, and I started staring at the word. I said, 45 days? Here we go. Here we go with the privileges. This is the headline. Milwaukee prostitution crime ring. Okay? This is a crime ring, and he only got 45 days in jail in connection with the prostitution ring. That's nothing. That's nothing. This is crazy to me. Like, let me reread this one more time. My eyes must, I need my glasses. I may need some glasses on, because he was sentenced to 45 days in jail, in the Milwaukee County Jail. Wow. I will run the break. Can we run the break off? I can't believe this. Because you already know what I'm thinking. You already know I'm thinking he got the complexion for the connection. He went and pulled some strings. 45 days for a Milwaukee prostitution crime ring that had lawyers in it, a firefighter, a banker, a funeral director. They getting a little Ray and them off the corner for buying. Man, let me stop. You know what? Let me run the break for my blood pressure go up. This Wednesday, I'm trying to be cool today. 45 days for a prostitution ring. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
That's crack smoking crazy is what that is.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers win their second game against the Diamondbacks on Tuesday, winning a close 9-8 walk-off.
And Isaac, a fly ball deep right. This is going to be deep enough. Carroll back, makes the catch, tagging is Lockridge. Here's the throw. Lockridge scores standing up, and the Brewers have walked off the Diamondbacks.
The Crew now sits at 83-50, 6.5 game lead in the NL Central. In Madison, the Badgers kick off Labor Day weekend with football and volleyball. Badger football is against Miami of Ohio on Thursday at 8 p.m., while Badger volleyball is against number 14 Kansas on Friday evening. The Packers' 53-man roster is now set after cuts were made on Tuesday. Their first game against the Lions is on September 7th. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, we was talking about this Milwaukee sex ring, Milwaukee prostitution crime ring. Now, I was gonna keep it moving, but I saw something that I really want to bring to the forefront. The place that they was doing this out of was off of Kilbourne, like 29th and Kilbourne in the hood. And these were a public defender and people that's supposed to, have high positions. And this one walked away. This Swantes walked away with 45 days. If this had been out there in the suburbs, this would have been a different outcome. But the sex workers in the apartment was on 29th and Kilbourne. Now, if y'all from the streets, y'all know 29th and Kilbourne. Where is that at? I understand what I'm saying. And they said that prosecutors say the sex worker reported the prostitution centered around an apartment. The sex worker on 29th and Kilbourne in Milwaukee. They saying that he falsified records and put himself in position to represent clients he was paying for sex. Here we go. In 45 days. I don't know. We got Brian on. I thought we had Brian on the lines. But Brian called back. But if y'all want to chime in on this, I see a lot of conversation going on in the chat. It's a lot of stuff I don't want to say on the air because sometimes if I say what certain things, this is mainstream radio. So I got to make sure that I keep it mainstream. But I'm going to tell you this. This is horrible to see that this is what the outcome is. This is horrible because this happened in the hood. And they say that human trafficking is up. Human trafficking, rape, and homicides is up. So here comes somebody, this is human trafficking right here. And he got 45 days. In the middle of one of the areas where the human trafficking is skyrocketing. Okay. Can y'all feel what I'm saying? All right. Hey, DJ Brother Z. If I seen a lot of people that got more time for lighter things. If you talking about human trafficking, and you talk about P. Diddy, you talk about what they did to Diddy, this is an organized crime ring with a lawyer representing the workers. Why didn't the feds pick this up? And he got to talk. He got to stand up there and say what he had to say. Got a slap on the wrist. This was one of those organized crime rings, and he was able to function in the space where his buddies were high-profile members of society. Now, if that ain't where the RICO should have came in and the federal government should have got involved in this, okay. Now you starting to see the difference. Divine Intervention Rapid Response Team says the system works for those who know how it works. That's what my ebook is for, educating you on how the system is set up. Even if it's a way to get 45 days for messing around with prostitutes. 45 days for white collar freak off. This is the freak off happening right in the city. With the public pretender. With other members. Let me see. Let me be specific because They said it was a banker. DJ Brother Z, these were people that had positioning in the community and walked away. If he got 45 days, okay, so where are the other sentences at? They say it's 6 total. They also say he must also serve 2 years of probation and complete 100 hours of community service. That's it. I'm upset with this. I'm upset with this because this is a bad message. This is a bad message to send to everybody that's out here doing these prostitution crime rings and freak-offs. And now, what am I supposed to tell, what am I supposed to tell these black men that get out here and they see this situation? Oh, you can get only 45 days and 100 hours of community work if I organize prostitution. They ain't giving out no real sentences for that. They can use his situation as, hey, look, this man only got 45 days, so all they gonna do is get out here and organize prostitution rings and then get up there and write a message talking about he's sorry he failed the community and get 100 hours of community service, 2 years probation and 45 days. So that's what they giving people that's doing whole full-blown prostitution rings in the hood. They was in the hood. 29th to Kilbourne. Josh says, well, black men have to understand you can't do what white men do, so don't even try it. Hey, was that the double standard, DJ Brother Z? All I'm saying is that's a bad message. That's a bad message. And when you got this type of outcome out here, that ain't nothing. I can do 45 days. I could do 100 hours of community work. I could call my buddy and I could work with him. He got a little organization. You know what I mean? He might even slide me a few extra hours. All I'm saying is when we got high prostitution, high human trafficking, high rape, and you walk away from a organized prostitution ring with 45 days. That's trash. That's trash. And if it was a brother, he'd have been up there looking like P. Diddy. Couldn't get out of jail. Couldn't even get bail. Even after he beat a lot of the major charges, he got the charges of, paying for prostitution. And he's still in jail, DJ Brother Z. Last time I heard, he's still behind bars. They still won't let him out. And the federal took it up. So what's this? Y'all know who Diddy is, but do you know who Swantis is? Y'all don't know who Swantis is, but y'all know who R. Kelly and Diddy is. Y'all know who the black ones is, but it's some white ones down the street. Wow. I wasn't going to talk about, I was going to go on to the next story, but this just makes me sick to my stomach to see how racist the system is here. You can see the difference with how they charge the blacks, and now this white man, this white public defender, put together a sex ring on 29th and Kilbourne and got 45 days. Wow. This will make me upset. If I was out here, see, this is where I say, if white, to my white listening audience, I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all can't see the problem with this, I know a lot of people say racism ain't, the system ain't racist, and if you do the crime, you do the time, and don't do nothing wrong if you don't want to, get handled strong with the system. But what do you call this situation? Lauren says, man, they still haven't shut down the trafficking and drug dealing in Glendale at the Motel 6, Quinta on Port Washington Road. Look, let me tell you something. If this was a brother, I'm telling you, wouldn't have been no 45 days. They would have tried to make a living example out of him of human trafficking. Let it would have been pimping Ken or something like, you know what I mean? Get caught up in something like this. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna shut up because it's time to go to break, DJ Brother Z. Let me go to break. I'm gonna run the break. I'm gonna cool down because now we out here fighting against human trafficking. We fighting against out here people raping folks and things like that. This gross, evil type, nasty idea that we call, human trafficking. And this man was able to walk for 45 days. My blood pressure about to boil over. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not, and they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT from The Truth Unfiltered with DT and Dr. Ken Harris. Now listen, at a critical time, through the Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, Old National Bank provided the resources I needed to sustain my business. Now the process had its challenges, but I was supported, and it was also an invaluable learning experience for future ventures. I am so grateful for the support that helped my business thrive. Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Marquette University High School football lives here. Catch all the action of Hilltoppers football on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Tune in this Friday night as the Hilltoppers travel north to take on the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, CJ Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Burghardt Sporting Goods.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Turn my headphones up. Nothing gonna stop me now. Nothing, baby. I'm here now. We here. It's your world. Yeah. Yo, all I need is one mic, one beat, one stage, one person front, my face on the front page. Only if I had one love, one girl and one crib, one God to show me how to do things his son did. Pure, like a cup of virgin blood, mixed with 151, one sip of
101, 7 a true Tory Lowe show. This is a good story that I wanted to bring to the forefront right here in the city of Milwaukee. Remember Hurricane Katrina? How bad that was, and people had to move around, uproot themselves. Well, some people came right here to Milwaukee, and this is a powerful story. WISN 12 is focusing on a story where this woman survived Hurricane Katrina. 20 years later, she's a doctor in Milwaukee. That's powerful. She's a doctor in the city of Milwaukee, survived Hurricane Katrina. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
20 years since Hurricane Katrina forever changed New Orleans. Levees meant to hold the water back could not withstand the storm's strength, leading to catastrophic flooding. More than 1,300 people died. Some 60,000 more were rescued from their homes in the days that followed. And this is one of those faces. 19-year-old Courtney Jackson rescued from her attic.
And 2 decades later, Jackson is now Dr. Jackson, and she lives right here in Milwaukee. Reporter Travis Mackle from our sister station in New Orleans reconnected with her about that storm of a lifetime and how it forever changed hers.
The boat rescues across the city following Hurricane Katrina making landfall were daring. After the levees broke and 80% of the city was underwater, cops turned into lifesavers. I was able to jump on this police boat with a WDSU photographer, and we watched as police spotted this family trapped in their attic, waving a makeshift flag just to be seen. Within minutes, officers busted out a window, and a teenage girl emerged.
You gotta do it.
Wet, scared, and unable to swim.
There you go.
They tossed her a life jacket, and she made it aboard.
So I was gonna die because the water came in so fast. Thank you.
All right.
Like so many people back then, we asked her for her name.
Say your name and spell it for me.
Courtney, Courtney.
What's your last name?
Jackson, Jackson.
That was then. This is now.
I'm Dr. Courtney Jackson, and I survived Hurricane Katrina.
20 years after living through life-changing devastation, Courtney is a practicing endodontist in Milwaukee, blazing a successful career in dentistry on the strength she learned back in August 2005.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like I said, Katrina, that was the hardest thing. I've been through a lot of hard things and a lot of hard exams, and that's like the icing on the cake at this point. But I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be, walking in my purpose, because obviously there must be a reason that I'm here, because otherwise there has to be a purpose, a greater purpose of why I'm here and why I'm a dentist, why I'm in Wisconsin. It has to be a greater purpose. So I'm grateful, I'm happy, I'm blessed. But yes, to answer your question, Hurricane Katrina definitely was one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing that I've ever experienced in life.
Like so many of us, Courtney never imagined Katrina would be so bad.
I mean, I was born and raised in New Orleans. Every time a hurricane happens, it's one of those things like, oh, we're just going to pack like a 3-day trip or whatever like that. Or sometimes most people just ride it out. So that's what we thought.
She was 19 when the storm hit, and had just graduated from St. Mary's Academy and was a student at Xavier University. She ended up at her grandmother's home in Gentilly, and after the storm passed, the levees broke.
And so I didn't think it would be this catastrophic. It was just eye-opening, because at one point there was just no water, and then all of a sudden the water was just rushing in like everywhere, and just like, oh, what to do with this? So, I knew that I had to be quick thinking and quick acting on my feet. And was like, okay, what can I do to try to at least help my family? So that's why I decided to try to get in the attic and be able to talk or communicate with someone that was directly across the street. Like if anyone was coming to, rescue, that they knew we were over here. Because if the people across the street from my grandmother's house, if they didn't know we were there, I don't think we would have survived.
But they were spotted and rescued, and the video seen around the world.
Do you ever look back at that and think, wow,
That was me 20 years ago, and what you were going through was really unbelievable.
Man, I can't believe that was me just kind of like dangling from a ceiling. Like I didn't know how to swim. Wow. I actually still don't know how to swim now. It was just eye-opening to like see that. I just never thought like I would be in that position. I'm just so grateful, just even sitting here thinking about it now, like that you were on that boat that day, Travers, and the police officer, the firefighter, I can't remember, you guys were on that boat, because if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would be standing here doing this interview. Like, and I'm very grateful for that. Like, that's something like I would never forget.
And It's still hard for all of us to forget her, the teenage girl in the attic. Courtney finished Xavier and then Howard University School of Dentistry. She set up her practice in Wisconsin. Courtney's family still lives in New Orleans, and she visits often, seeing the scars of Hurricane Katrina in plain view.
But just overall, just like some of the devastation that I still kind of see in some of the different neighborhoods, it really, really, really makes me sad. Like, because I don't know, I miss New Orleans like before Katrina. Like it's like the pre-Katrina, then post-Katrina. So it's just very different every time I go there. And it's just, it just makes me sad a little bit. It makes me long for how things used to be.
But we can't go back. And the city continues to try and recover, even 20 years later. And as we approach the deadly anniversary, Courtney admits she'll be filled with emotion.
I've overcame, and I'm happy that I'm alive and still here to be able to tell this story 20 years later.
Dr. Courtney Jackson, the teenager who rode out the storm in the family attic, the survivor, one of the many faces of Katrina.
Oh, wow.
Courtney also tells
now
us
she's
she
working here as a doctor. I think they said dentistry, you know. So when you talk about overcoming and a tragic situation, a lot of y'all was involved in the flood recently, lost everything, and we are moving forward. But like I said, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan. Come up with a way to move forward. Get the victory out of the whole deal. She became a victor over her circumstances. Don't become a victim. Don't sit around and complain. Become a victor. And to me, that's powerful, because when we a lot of people moved on past Hurricane Katrina, but I'm telling you, it was some scenes from the flood that happened here in Milwaukee that made me look at or remember or remind me of Hurricane Katrina. And now we're dealing with the aftermath of the flood that happened here in Milwaukee. Yeah, it may look bad right now, but what will be your story 10 to 15 years from now? That's powerful. Salute to Courtney Jackson. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory, Lowe.
August is Black Business Month, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth is teaming up with Associated Bank to celebrate the excellence of Black-owned businesses in our community. Together, we are committed to uplifting local organizations and supporting Black businesses, and this is why I will be hosting a Black Business Spotlight show on Tuesday, August 26th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I will spotlight 3 locally owned Black businesses and tell their story of success. Whatever your financial needs are, Associated Bank can help. Member FDIC.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
As a fellow veteran, we understand what it means to serve on a team. A suicide on a team is devastating and a real risk for veterans. If you or someone you know is struggling, Reach out now. reachoutwis.org for local resources available to you and your loved ones.
Paid for by Advancing a Healthier Wisconsin Endowment with support by the Medical College of Wisconsin, the War Memorial Center, and reachoutwis.org.
Dad's going to be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. The man who faked his own death in Green Lake last year will spend 89 days in jail. 45-year-old Ryan Borgart pled no contest to one misdemeanor count of obstructing an officer. The father of three plotted to fake his death while kayaking last August. He then fled the country to meet a woman in Eastern Europe. He voluntarily returned to Wisconsin after 89 days. Borgart will also repay $30,000 in costs incurred by law enforcement in his search. A community grocery store and cafe in Milwaukee's River West neighborhood may soon close for good. The River West Co-op has revealed plans to either close up shop or restructure in an email sent to members on Monday. Last year, the co-op received a $150,000 capital grant used to help reopen the adjacent cafe. A special membership meeting is planned for September 10th. The co-op will stay open ahead of that special meeting. Dismissing the lawsuit to stop the construction of Buc-ee's in Oak Creek. A Milwaukee County judge says Oak Creek Neighbors United submitted their lawsuit the same day that they also filed a claim against the construction. So the judge said the double filings went against a state statute and ultimately dismissed the lawsuit. Oak Creek Neighbors United says it will refile a lawsuit against the city of Oak Creek. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got Justin Blake, the relative of Jacob Blake, in the studio. They got the 5th annual Blake Family 5th annual block party coming up in Kenosha.
Correct.
In Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Correct.
How you doing?
Assalamu alaikum. Thanks for having us, bro. This studio is gorgeous. Truth Radio never let you down.
Hey.
So we here to drop it hot. This Sunday from 12 to 5, we're on the block, the exact blocking point where they shot my nephew 5 years ago, 7 times in the back. We got free horseback riding. We got a petting zoo this year. We got 3 bouncy houses. We're giving away bicycle clothes, backpacks. There's a car caravan leaving from up here.
I wanted to talk about the road trip
Please let them know it's a road trip, baby. Come see
the
us.
caravan.
Come on.
Join the caravan.
That's right.
The caravan of love.
Highly Edibles will be meeting up from 11 to 11:30, and they're leaving at 11:30 to come down to Kenosha, Wisconsin, 4018 28th
Salute
Street.
to Sedan Smith.
Sedan Smith, yes, sir. Highly
Ville
Edibles.
Gang.
What's his address over there on North King?
2714 North Martin Luther King Drive.
Please, if you got a car or if you need a ride, there's buses that are going to be there in vans. If people want to come down, get a free ride, get their eat on, enjoy the afternoon, good music, good family, good fun, as we turn lemons into lemonade after shooting our nephew 7 times in the back and paralyzing him for the rest of his life. We continue to fight justice all over the world.
How's it going with Jacob Blake?
He's a man, just to be blunt and be honest, brother, he's in a lot of pain every day. And I believe the thing that keeps him grounded is his 4 children, brother. He wants to be involved in their life. He's a great father, man. None of us are perfect, none of us.
Right.
But one of the things he does and does well is being a father.
Right.
And so he lives to do that. And so we try to support him the best we can. This is our family and us and an effort that we've been doing since he was shot, standing up against the charges, uniting our community, making us better and relying on each other. We protect us.
Right.
And so we have to continue to do so.
Now, is there any improvement in his health, or is he stabilized?
I think he was below 0 at one point, and I think he's a little bit above 0. But the pain follows you; it never leaves you. There's still a couple of hardware lodged in his system, and so he's gonna live with that for the rest of his life. And so the block went through such stress and trauma that the first year we threw this, Orange Face had landed a plane over at the airport in Kenosha, talking about he was coming. So real quick, we had 5 days. We threw this together. I called Uncle Jesse Jackson. Big ups to Uncle Jesse for doing great work in Kenosha, coming down to support our family. He's getting up in age, but the very first one, I called Uncle Jesse Jackson because he keeps press around him. We had our own little press followers at that time, and combined with Germany, France, and countries out of Africa, we had at our block party the very first time, bro.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah, so this time looks like we got about 500 to 1,000 people coming out. We got food from Jerk Taco, man. We got some curry goat going on.
Well, hold on. Now, I got some jerk tacos now from Chicago now.
Yes, you do.
Hold on. You done brought in some jerk tacos from Chicago.
We're a man of our word, brother. From 79th Street and State Street, Jerk Taco, man, is a Truth Nation.
Hey, that's what's up.
Sir.
Thank you. Salute. Thank you for the jerk taco.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you talk about the 5th year anniversary.
Yeah. It's incredible that much time has gone by, brother.
It seemed like it went by fast.
It seemed like it was almost yesterday, fam. We was in these streets marching out here in Milwaukee. We were in Kenosha. We were in D.C. Breonna Taylor's family's coming up to join us this year.
That's what's up.
Bree-way.
You have to have them call in so we can get an update on them, too.
I promise you're going to talk to Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.'s coming up.
Right.
Leonard Patel's family, they just got released after 40 years. We work with his niece and nephew. They're coming up from Minnesota. So it's a who's who. We got cheers coming from Chairman Cha-Cha, who ran with Chairman Fred and the Black Panthers back in the day. His family keeps us hot on Facebook and keeps hitting us and sending us support. So it's a family affair. It's not just the Blake coming out block party. It's all the people that supported us.
But a lot of the families from that time band together.
Yes.
During that time.
Yes. So we're the Anderson family will be there. We got a little award from them this year. What's my man back in the 70s and early 80s whose family got harmed? It starts Lindsay, not Lindsay. God, my dear,
you put me on the spot.
I just talked to him the other day. The Andersons are coming down. Smitty's coming down. The brother that got hurt in the 80s and murdered by the police.
Yep.
His family that stood with us, they're coming down, and we're honoring them.
It's so many families, but I know exactly. You put me on the spot.
I hate I can't say their name right now, but I love them, and we talk often. We've always been solid, man, and we want to continue to unite our community. We're about education. We're about work. work. We're about improving the quality of life of African Americans from Milwaukee to the south side of Chicago to Sudan. We want to stop wars. We want to stop bombs from dropping. All of this is that. So we will be addressing all of that on Sunday. We got poetry for $100. If you got some spoken word people out there, come see Uncle Blake. We got $100 if you can drop it.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah, we got. If you'll see one of the flyers on your side, we got the first time we're adding $100 for the best car and $100 for the best motorbikes. All my social clubs, all my motorbike clubs, all my car clubs. Please come out. It's a great time. You got some great free food. We got some Jamaican food and music, reggae going on. We got some live. Becca from Milwaukee is coming to sing for. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get her on the show to sing.
Yes, sir. So she's coming down to see her Uncle Blake and do some singing for us. She also has a beautiful store right next to High Edibles on King Drive.
Ernest Lacey.
Ernest Lacey. The Lacey family is going to receive the Legacy Award. So as I was coming up this morning, I stopped by Mama Butler's in Racine and dropped her some roses to thank her for all the work that she continues to do in the community. I just stopped by Judge Taylor to drop her some roses to say thank you for her doing her work. And their family will actually be at the event, so I don't have to take their mom the roses. We'll give it to her Sundays. But we did not want to miss those two women, and our children wanted them to have their flowers today.
And this is August 31st from noon to 5 p.m.
Yes, sir.
At 4018 4018 28th Ave.
Yes,
in
sir.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
It's going down, brother. We're going to change the world. With so much going on in the world that's trifling and that's misleading, this is the truth, and that's why we came to Truth Radio to drop the bomb. We're going to be there with people that love on each other, that respect each other, and that want nothing but the best for each other, for our families, for our shorties, for the future.
Have everybody, how's the healing process going with all of the tragedy of everybody that's coming out in different, situations across the country, and they're coming together? How is the healing? We talk about the fight, but what are the steps that everybody's taking to heal themselves? Because coming together is healing as well.
Oh, man, with the music and the food and the vibration that you're going to hit when you hit this block, if we could bottle it, we'd be billionaires.
Hey.
The healing, so when they're taking your Social Security or they're treating you in a racist manner, that has no state lines. So that's why we're bringing people from Minnesota, from California. So Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.'s day is Saturday. So we're being on the west side of Chicago for Chairman Fred Day. Then all those people are coming down Sunday to be with us.
That's what's up.
So they don't have any state lines that they recognize when their racism and the taking of your Social Security goes and the ICE goes into play. So we're not going to have none. We're trying to show, if you mess with us, Louisville's showing up, Breeway, the Blakes is showing up, Chicago's showing up, Milwaukee's showing up together, and we not having it.
And once again, we got Justin Blake in studio. A huge event, the Blake Family 5th Annual Block Party is happening, and it's August 31st from noon to 5 p.m.
This Sunday.
This Sunday at 4018 28th Avenue in Kenosha, Wisconsin. There are going to be cars, food, families coming from all over, contests, prizes.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Don't miss it, man. I mean, I got a donkey house. I'm going to be talking trash and making people throw a baseball at us to knock us in. Thank you to Mama Brooks. Woo! Last night she came on our call, and during COVID, I used to get 53-foot box trucks of food. So I told Von Mays, Mama Brooks, Smitty, and a couple other people in Milwaukee to go to your closest park and tell me where you are. I pulled up on them. I dropped pallets with 60 boxes of food on it, and I would drop 2 or 3 pallets at each park. Mama Brooks received a couple of pallets from us and food from us several times during that time. Last night, she comes on our call and says she has a 10-foot long truck of food for us come Friday.
That's powerful.
So, I mean, God keeps blessing this thing and making it bigger every day. We're going to give away at least 10 bicycles to the shorties. We have at least 100 backpacks to give them. We got a lot of games, a lot of prizes. We're loving on our community. Our community deserves the best.
Right.
And sometimes you can't ask for somebody to bring it. You got to bring it yourself.
Hey, that good eating.
What? I promise you, we got Miss Peaches out there in Kenosha.
Miss Peaches.
What? We got Black Coffee up in Kenosha. We have the cake lady from Evanston on the south side bringing some cake. It's going to be that day. Oh, we got the Icy lady coming from Chicago.
For the kids.
So the Icy lady teaches kids how to start businesses. And if you remember when we were kids, one of the very first businesses that we saw was the Ice lady or the Chip lady. So she teaches kids in and around Inglewood how to start their icy company and how to parlay that in to entrepreneurship. So she would be here she puts cotton candy on her ices. She puts gummy bears on her ices. What? We bringing nothing but the best to our people on Sunday.
The kids gonna love it.
At
4018 28th Ave, Kenosha. Please come see us. We're going to make history together, and we need boots on the ground to do it.
Now, when you talk about the movement right now, 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at?
Man, you know what?
With all these families.
My pops was much older than my mother when they got married. Reverend Jacob S. Blake, the Bill St. James AME Church on the south side of Chicago, and Prim Towers in Evanston, and Jacob Blake Manor was much older than my mother. So he lived through the Depression. He actually lived through the Depression, family. And so I'm here to tell you, in Depression, millionaires and billionaires are made, but so is policy. And so can practice. So if we stand up and stay unified against this orange-faced punk that's only going to be there 2 or 3 more years later, we can survive. Don't get short. Don't hide. Don't go in the bush. Stand up. Be erect. Be present. If there's something you don't like, whether it's at your school, at your job, or in the community, it's time now to unite around the people and say something. Change the policy. Right now, in the midst of all this garbage that's going around, there's nothing like people power. I said it the other day, and I want to say it today. The reason our great speakers have been martyred, whether it's Martin Luther King, whether it's Malcolm X, whether it's Marcus Garvey, Messiah Garvey, why do you take people out that speak well? Because words and people power is bigger than any atomic bomb that's been set off or any bomb they can build. Words and people power changes things.
Well, I got to run a break, but when we come back, they got a lot of talk about the National Guard coming to Chicago.
Man.
I want to get your opinion on that.
Wouldn't suggest it.
Well, you know, I just want to get your opinion. You from the shot.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
At Crash Course, we believe cost shouldn't stand in the way of safe driving. If you're 14 to 19 years old, you may qualify for 100% free driver's ed through Wisconsin's Driver Education Grant Program. That includes the full online course and all required behind-the-wheel lessons at no cost to your family. With convenient school-based pickup through Southeast Wisconsin, getting started is simple. Crash Course, the best choice driving school. Visit crashcoursewi.com to pre-register and hit the road with confidence.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, we find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with our credit specialists and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, look. Man, I ran up a hill just for 30 days. 20 times, I'ma speed it in 20 ways. 40 days, 40 nights, know my daddy prayed. Yeah, I may have came through, but I never stayed. I'm talking about 8, ain't no waste of space. 5 finger shuffle with pressure, man. Put it on for the O, cause we never played. Where I'm from, we all know where our granny stand. Once I got right with Christ, I got better, man. Yeah, it's definitely D, not the paraphrase. I'm a V5 with a flick of flame down the earth like an ant in the winter, man. They gon' ask where I'm from.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got Justin Blake in studio, the family member of Jacob Blake.
RBG.
He's here representing the 5th annual Blake Family Block Party that's going to be going down in Kenosha at 4018 28th Avenue in Kenosha. And they will have like a road trip caravan from Milwaukee starting at 2714 North Martin Luther King Drive in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they'll be headed to Kenosha for the block party, and they'll be gathering at 11 right here in Milwaukee at 2714 North Martin Luther King Drive, gathering at 11 and leaving at 11:30 a.m. to head to 4018 28th Ave in Kenosha for the block party.
Starts at 12 o'clock, goes till 5. We have bicycles to give away. We have backpacks. We have many toys and books for the children. We have free horseback riding. We have a petting zoo. We got 2 or 3 bouncy houses. We have a lot of popcorn, ices, hot dogs, hamburgers for the children. For the adults, we have Jerk Taco Man coming to you hot from the south side of Chicago, 79th and State Street. We have the icy lady coming from Chicago who puts cotton candy and gummies on top. Be it highly edibles on time. Don't have too many edibles, but spend some money with little Smitty over there. And they get on the road in the caravan and come on up to see the Blake family and friends. It's going to be an incredible historical afternoon. We got poetry going on for $100.
A car show.
I got a car show for $100 and a motorbike for $100. Best show picked by the people that are present. We're going to point the cars. The crowd's going to say who wins the $100. We got spoken word. Again, $100. The crowd's going to say who wins. We got Chairman Fred Hampton from the Black Panthers coming up from Chicago. We had Breonna Taylor's aunt, Bianca, coming up with Bree.
Salute to Bianca.
Yes, thank you, sister, for coming. We're ecstatic. We got the Native American brothers and sisters coming, Gina and Joey Paltier. Leonard Paltier's nieces and grandnieces and nephews will be joining us. It's going to be historical. You're going to hear some speaking, some poetry, some great reggae.
That sounded powerful.
Reggae music. And
some jerk tacos.
And some jerk tacos.
Because I got 2 of them right here.
I brought you lamb. You got lamb over there, and you got some steak. So I want you to take a picture after you heat that up. I want to see that big smile, brother.
Hey, it sounded powerful.
It's really powerful.
Well, I wanted to ask you a question. You from the Chi, and all of this, a lot of the talk about the homicide rates and the crime and things like that. Also, a lot of things going on with Chicago being a sanctuary city with the budget. with the migrants, and it's a group called Turn Chicago Red that's making a lot of noise. And I guess they've asked Donald Trump to come. Well, this Make Chicago Red group, they've been going to the city council meetings. They're very upset with what's going on with the migrant budget and some of the things that we haven't gotten that these people. So it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with Chicago.
Let's take the migrant budget first. You
go
ready?
right ahead.
So most people want us to be angry that the brothers and sisters got the migrant money, which was billions of dollars when they came in. But I look like this, brother, but I'm a political science major. And what they showed to us is there's a bag that nobody knows about, because where the hell did they come up with this couple of billion dollars that was not in a budget? So what that tells us is, man, please take care of them people. And man, love y'all, all my migrant brothers and sisters that help keep this damn country afloat. We love y'all, man. Black people don't hate y'all. We love you. But what we want, my dear brothers, if you gave them say they gave them $10 billion. I know it's much more than that, but let's just say $10 billion. I don't want no jib-jab talk. I don't want no side cutting. I need, as soon as we elect people, I need them to get money and start paying reparations to the Native American brothers and sisters, and to the Moors and Moabites, and to African Americans in general. Start it. Don't talk about doing a study. I don't want to hear that.
Well, the Democrats came up with the study, and then in California they said that they got it all done, and then they said that the Democrats stopped them from getting the money.
So my girl is
in California,
in Evanston. We went to school together. They got the first reparations payout.
Yep, Evanston. I was going to bring that up.
And I can't. Robin Kelly, I believe is her name. I think it
was housing.
Yeah. So no, they changed it. So initially, if you got some of the reparations money, the first reparations money ever in the United States, it had to go towards your house. And it's from Evanston, Illinois, where my father built Prim Towers, and now Jacob Blake Manor is right down the street. So it used to be you had to have a house to get the money, and they've changed it to where you can take that money as a gift and do whatever you need to do with it.
That's powerful.
Not all of it, but some is for the house and then some is for your personal, because nobody should tell you what to do with the damn money. It's reparations. It's coming from
But Evanston made that step, a small step.
A small step. But now every summer, people come from all over around the world to get trained to how to do it. So there's more coming. It's coming. Secondly,
salute to Evanston for starting the process.
E-Town. Y'all better get on that thing Sunday in front of the Jacob Blake Manor. People are meeting at 11 o'clock. They're leaving at 11:30. The caravan's coming up to Kenosha. 12 o'clock start. Y'all get on the damn bus and come on down from E-Town in Chicago. Second question was the police.
With the National Guard coming to Chicago.
I'm sorry. So
to
National
deal with the
Guard
violence
in Chicago, listened to the governor speak the other day, and I'm with him partially, because I don't agree with nobody 100%. But these kids have to do with the contract that they signed in regard to the president. So they have to come if they're told to come to Chicago. But it puts them in harm's way. Guards, men and women, are made to go to war, to be combative. They're not made to police. Number one, we've already been over-policed in Chicago. If you know the history...
Is it working, though?
Hell to the no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, but what's going to work is, brother, where's the money for housing? Where's the money for jobs? Where's the money for education?
And that's what they was asking at the Common Council in Chicago when it came to when a lot of the vacant school ideas that we've been asking for this whole time went to the illegal migrants. A lot of
women
opened
it for the migrants.
So what I'm saying is the mountains are moving
for
other people.
Yeah.
But are the mountains moving on our side?
Yeah, but see, that's again, my point is that if it moved for somebody else, we just got to muster up enough unity to move it ourselves.
Right. Well,
there's no question. It's been moved now. So it's like the curtain on the Wiz, when they pulled back the thing on the Wiz with Michael Jackson. He realized it's just a dude pulling switches behind there. You see how we said the Wiz, not the Wizard of Oz. Did you like that?
Yep.
So we know they're pulling switches. The mountain's been moved. Now African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, LGBTQ.
Do you like Brandon Johnson?
Me and that brother, we helped him get in the office, and we had.
I know that's what I'm saying. A lot of people on the front lines push for him to get there.
We had a little falling out. I'm hoping as two African American and black men we can work it out, because at the end of the day, we put you there. And if you owe anybody anything, it's the black taxpayers that put that money in that pot.
A lot of front line brothers stood behind it.
For these Hispanic brothers and sisters, whoever was coming from all over the world that came flooded in Chicago, I'm not mad. Take care of them, but take care of home first. Nobody goes to feed somebody outside their house, and you don't have nothing to put on your own
That's what
table.
it looked like.
Yeah, no, it was done. And now we're coming back around full circle with all the people mobbed up. Like, bruh, this ain't never going to happen again. You need to find money to instantly put into our communities. He came to Push the other night and just been 1,000 with y'all, because this is Truth Radio, talking about he was going to do some apprenticeships with our young people and had all this money and billions to do this and this and that. I'm not going to sit by and watch another mayor come to our community talking about some damn training. We need jobs.
Right.
They can be trained on the
spot.
job.
Intern.
So don't
They
talk
not intern,
about
but
all the,
apprenticeships.
Apprenticeships.
Paid
Don't talk-
apprenticeships.
Paid apprenticeships, bro. I've been in the union for 35 years. Shout out to Local 76 Laborers Union Concrete in Chicago. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters in union. SEIU, shout out to them in
It just seems like every time we get closer to these elections, here come all these promises.
Yeah, that one
just
no problem.
Just to revitalize the voting base.
No, stop.
And I remember back when we came down to Kenosha, and Joe Biden came down there. And, you know,
when they wouldn't even let us in the church.
Right, they wouldn't even let us in the church.
Come on, family.
Okay.
We were there with
all
you.
right, we standing by each other. We was,
Yes,
you know, we
sir.
watched it happen.
Yes, sir.
But from that situation, then you had Biden getting into office, but all these things that for the families, a lot of families was disappointed.
So I got to turn the camera back on us, y'all. We were punked and played, and I got to speak on it. We got behind Biden. We marched into Madison. We went to Kenosha. We went to Racine, and we walked from Kenosha to Milwaukee when we were greeted by several thousand people when I stood on top of this bus when we finally made it. We helped Biden get in office. Yeah, he could have won another way, but we made it so easy by winning Wisconsin first. We went to the inauguration with my brother, Bianca.
And you called me from there.
Yeah,
you called
I
on the
called
show.
you, bro. And I was here to say we weren't there to be at a damn ball and do all this stuff. We were there to finally sit down with the president and get some things for our people. That never happened. So going forward, we're not leaning the support of our people in any particular direction, especially the Democrats who've totally let our people down and who are cousins to the Republicans the last 50 years. We need to set our own platform. The Black Underground Recycling will be hosting an event in Chicago in February during Black History Month for us to finally build out a African-American platform. They're talking a language that we're not talking. And once we put it into platform mode, if you're not fitting the platform, then guess what? Governor, senator, state rep, mayor, we can't vote for you. Because high on that platform must be reparations. Because we wouldn't have the trouble that we have. The more money you have, the more time you have, the better health you have, the more you're able to donate, and the higher education you have. So we know those numbers. We know this to be true. And if you're not about reparations, you ain't said nothing.
Well, look, I'm going to get you your final thoughts. What do you want Truth Nation to know before we run the break?
Truth
Justin
Nation,
Blake.
First off, we love y'all. Y'all got a hell of a brother here. We've known Tory for some years, brother, and y'all got the best in town. So please stick with his program. Keep supporting him. If y'all want to make some history, come out Sunday, August 31st, 12 to 5 o'clock. We'll be in Kenosha, Wisconsin at 4018. 28th Street. Please go to Highly Edibles on North King Drive to Little Smitty's. They're going to have some handouts over there. They're going to get there at 11. They're going to leave at 11:30 and come on down to Kenosha in a caravan. Thank you to SEIU for the check today. We love y'all. We got to build ourselves up. We got to love each other. We're all hurt. We all been harmed. But the key is, don't walk away when something bad happened in our community. We're so quick to run away from the table because we're hurt. Pull closer to the table.
We got to do it ourselves.
Man, pull closer to the table. Let's pray together. Let's stay together. And let's run this punk out of this country, this orange-faced mob that's up there in D.C., and let's make sure we get Native Americans, African Americans, and everybody else taken care of in their communities. That's all it should be at the end of the day. And it starts this weekend in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Go to Black Underground Recycling, 5th Annual Blake and Family Block Party, 12 o'clock to 5, 4018 28th Street in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We got bikes to give away, horseback riding, petting zoo, bouncy houses, and a lot of love to share with y'all. Please come check us out. Big ups to the red, the black, and the green. Unity now. One Africa, baby. Thank you, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, look, when we come back,
about them tacos.
We have more conversation. We're going to be joined by advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Marquette University High School football lives here. Catch all the action of Hilltoppers football on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Tune in this Friday night as the Hilltoppers travel north to take on the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, CJ Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Burghardt Sporting Goods.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together, we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I am grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Comedian Drewski has built a massive following for himself, and it all started by making funny videos and sharing them on social media. Despite making it big as a grassroots self-made social media star, Drewski doesn't have any plans to strike a big deal with a traditional media company. In a conversation with Bloomberg, he talked about how another celebrity comedian with a more conventional rise is influencing his decision to stay independent.
I looked up to, the Adam Sandler story of how he built up Happy Madison and just all his movies and his production company. So I wanted to do the same for mine.
Drewski says he does have big name partnerships, but makes sure he maintains creative control. And he reinvests earnings from these deals back into his own brand.
If Nike gives me $1 million check, I don't go and put that in my pocket and try to go get a bunch of cool stuff. I'll go and try to spend that money on one of the episodes of my TV show.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers win their second game against the Diamondbacks on Tuesday, winning a close 9-8 walk-off.
And Isaac, a fly ball deep right. This is going to be deep enough. Carroll back, makes the catch, tagging is Lockridge. Here's the throw. Lockridge scores standing up, and the Brewers have walked off the Diamondbacks.
The Crew now sits at 83-50, 6.5 game lead in the NL Central. In Madison, the Badgers kick off Labor Day weekend with football and volleyball. Badger football is against Miami of Ohio on Thursday at 8 p.m., while Badger volleyball is against number 14 Kansas on Friday evening. The Packers' 53-man roster is now set after cuts were made on Tuesday. Their first game against the Lions is on September 7th. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ride the wave to clean with Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait in line and get in the fast lane and take advantage of unbeatable perks like free vacuums and tire air with every visit. With convenient locations, Midtown, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, Mount Pleasant, and New Berlin, fresh and clean and shiny is always close by. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com. Joining me on the lines, advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. Happy Hump Day.
Hey, happy hump day, happy hump day. A lot going on the show today, but I do want to zoom in on this public defender that got caught in the sex ring off of 29th and Kilbourne, only getting 45 days, 100 hours of community service, and 2 years probation.
Where the feds at? Where's Rico? Okay. Got the complexion for the connection is all I can say. I can't, again, like we was talking about yesterday, the contradictions that this city make, the blatant disrespect that we see on a daily. Where is the 24-hour news feeds about this? We're talking about human sex trafficking. Well, why wasn't the feds involved? The feds is getting involved with things that they normally didn't get involved with, that me and you know what I'm saying, dealing with people in the community. So why wasn't they tapped in on this? Okay? Where is the other individuals who was a part of this ring who was promoting and purchasing?
And this is real organized because they got lawyers. The lawyers was representing the sex workers. They got a judge was involved. That's organized crime. They went after Diddy and they didn't see no organized crime ideas, but this is organized crime and they kept it on the local level. He was able to walk away, and to me, that's just a bad message. Days.
How the hell you gonna sentence him to community service when he done violated the community? We're talking about he was these individuals' attorney that he put on the stroll. What kind of community serve? He didn't serve the community by violating them. How do you sentence him to violate to serve the community that he just violated? He was supposed to be serving the community as a public pretender.
Josh says the worst part of it is they had the evidence too. Like, they had all of the evidence that he was falsifying the documents. They got the judge, the firefighter, the banker. If the judge is a part of it, what strings was they pulling behind the scenes to keep this going?
where the feds at? Where is RICO when it comes to Caucasians? Okay, we know that Milwaukee is the worst place to be black, worst place to raise a black child, massively incarcerated. And then you have, I know, individuals who was hit with the sex trafficking thing, and they doing football numbers. You mean to tell me somebody who was sworn to uphold the law? What about his oath, the ethics of an attorney? He turned the people that he was representing into prostitutes.
Wow.
And the judges that they was going before, again, pull all them cases. All of those cases need to be pulled. All of those individuals need to be interviewed. We need a turn of affairs. Trump needs to come pull this. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because Milwaukee is nothing but a cesspool. And we're sitting here with this tap on the wrist. We was just talking about Adam Purcell yesterday. Why the hell would our children, why the hell would we pursue to be great, to be good, to make the right decisions coming out the worst situations when the people who made the worst decisions get the good jobs, get the slap on the wrist? What is the benefit of being good? Because all of these individuals that we're speaking of who's getting the slap on the wrist, who getting $140,000 jobs, who have violated the same community, and now you want to put them back on top of us. How the hell he supposed to serve the community? After forcing somebody to prostitute for him because he represented them as an attorney. How are we supposed to take this serious? The same system that violates us on a daily. We sit on your show every day and we talk about how we're promoting the negativity, and then the good children who are getting overlooked, downplayed. We're sitting here telling them, no, you have to be good, and you need to make the right decisions, and you need to. But these are the individuals that's being put in the forefront. You got murderers, you got attorney/pimps, and then he gets a chance to give us crocodile tears and beg his ex-wife's family that he needs help. No, you don't need help. You need to be under the jail. How are individuals who are supposed to be held to a higher standard, who's supposed to be, you understand, the guidance of what righteousness look like, they violate and they get a slap on the wrist? When we have first-time offenders who doing 50 years. Because, again, your lack of knowledge don't stop you from getting a book thrown at you, but a person who has the knowledge, who know how to cut corners. You know the law, and you use the law against those individuals that you was representing. How do we continue to look in our children's face and tell them that even though you're in the worst situation, you need to do righteous because righteous pays? No, the hell it don't. Because all the criminals right now are getting off easy, are leading, who done violated the community. You done put them back in the front and say, give them another chance.
Overlooking the ones that did the right thing.
Tory. Again, back to Adam Purcell. Okay, you right. When you stated you was going to apply pressure to the community, but you didn't mean to say that. You know what I'm saying? We understood, because that's a dog whistle to our community. We understood the pressure that you was talking about, that you was going to put on the community. But at the same damn time, all I'm saying is for all of those who have any sense, because we know common sense ain't common, Make it make sense to me. How do we uphold individuals who have violated us at the highest? How do we, with a straight face, get behind this individual who skipped in line over 3 individuals who had what they needed to be in this position and do what it is they need to do, or an individual that's not qualified, who only qualifies that in his life he made all the wrong decisions, but he get a chance right now to get on top of a community that's already suffering.
Well, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
You know, it's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources, Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You hit the library. Shh, hard. And keep your eyes on the prize. Also, one day you can earn that bachelor's. Finishing what you start where you want, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where smart programs prep you for next-level challenges. Earning your bachelor's can start right away. And graduation is just the beginning. Here's to an education that takes you farther. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
Truth Nation, if better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattress to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you just can't do anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Truth Nation listeners. So head to steinhoffels.com to learn more today. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop, some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really God, some of y'all just look lost. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to. I swear I'll be at peace if it weren't for you. Yeah, only want your love if it's solid. But if it's me, then you, and that's the way I like it.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation today.
Absolutely, King. Every day. So salute to you, salute the Truth Nation for always tapping in real talk and real time with real people. The reality is, King, this Travis Swantes or whatever the hell his name is, the violation. Again, when I speak about our community being the house with no doors, that everybody's able to come in and violate, it behooves me how, people can sit, and overlook the fact that the people continue to be violated. We're always talking about how the majority of us are hardworking. The majority of us came up in 53206. The majority of us was put in the same vices and had the same chances and choices, and we chose right. We chose righteousness. We chose to help people and not hurt people. Do people make mistakes? Yes, they do. However, what I'm saying is, what about those of us who fight every day, who was in the same situations, and we decided not to take advantage of people? We decided not to make victims of people. We carry the crucifix every day from being righteous. How the hell do we stand on the sideline and cheer on individuals who had every decision just like we did? You made those decisions. This Travis who decided to violate, he's a predator. You violated people that were weaker than you. And he gets sentenced with 100 days of community service, the same community that he violated. I mean, I'm just trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have individuals who saying that they deserve a second chance and they want to be, but you're riding on you taking somebody else's life. You go back to the same neighborhood, and that's what you open up with the community with? Murder. When we at an all-time high. Here we go. We wake up today. We just know yesterday that we just talked about what's up. The human sex trafficking, the missing girls, the murders. And here we are today with a true predator getting 45 days and 100 hours of community service on the same community that he was violating people to give them services that he had no business being over. No judges' names are being, again, why isn't this running every hour on the hour like they did P. Diddy, like they did R. Kelly? How the hell has it been this quiet? Where's the world news? It was the same thing with the child predator judge, Bloomy, when he was passing out porn from the work computer, King. Like, we got to do better. And to do better, we got to know better. And now we know better. What we going to do? That's the question.
Hey.
What we going to do?
Hey, they look, they seen what the people did with the Cracker Barrel sign. They rose up for the sign. Hey. All right, Elizabeth Brown, I appreciate you for being on the front lines. As usual, we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, King, you already know I'm here for it. Let's get it. One love.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory, Lowe from on the phone. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
Hey, look, salute to everybody in the chat for joining the conversation today. A powerful chat today. Powerful. Also, salute to everybody that called in, that joined to talk to text. Appreciate you for adding to the show today. Hey, look, when we tired, we gonna rise up. They know you ain't tired because you ain't rose up yet. You may be fed up, you may be saying enough is enough, but you ain't rose up. And when you rise up, they gonna change it back, like the Cracker Barrel sign. Hey, look, keep your head on the swivel, green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn, you just won this.
Congratulations.
Shmoney.